Warning: sensitive images.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds. Heaven, Godspeed.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Number one thing that we can do to make a huge impact, not just on the ecological environment, but on the social environment, on the political environment, on the economic environment. Like when it comes to making an impact on the environment, not killing would be number one.
My Vegan Journey, contemporary poetry by author and hip-hop artist Abioseh Joseph Cole, vegan. Continue watching to find out more.
No to vegan? Congratulations, you have chosen the right path. To hell.
My Vegan Journey is a series of shows featuring ordinary people making extraordinary changes in their lives by switching to a compassionate diet. People from all walks of life, countries, and backgrounds are coming to the realization that the vegan diet is the only viable solution to most of the major challenges we face today, including environmental degradation, species extinction, and the emergence of zoonotic diseases like COVID-19. Their inspirational real-life stories show us that every one of us has the power to help create heaven on earth for ourselves, those we love, and the world through a simple dietary choice.
Mve means how are you in Fang, an idiom largely used in the Central African regions and the mother tongue of the Gabonese. I'm Miniona. The people of Gabon pray that good fortune and spiritual fulfillment abound in your daily life. Cheerful viewers, welcome to our program, My Vegan Journey. Contemporary poetry by author and hip-hop artist Abioseh Joseph Cole, vegan. On today's show, we meet Abioseh Joseph Cole, vegan, a poet, animal people rights activist, teacher, hip-hop artist, producer, recording engineer, and the author of a children's illustrated board book, I Am Not Food. Mr. Cole began writing at 9 years old, adding rhythm to verses as he started penning down his first poems. His love of music led him to study sound engineering, launching several studios and recording the music of illustrious artists inland and abroad. His own hip-hop songs and poems garnered attention and awards at several poetry competitions. Mr. Cole extends his love of the spoken word via seminars to inspire youth and adults alike to discover the poet within. We begin our interview with Mr. Cole discussing his upbringing and interest in poetry.
I was born and raised in Hartford, Connecticut, in that county, and my interests definitely have always been poetry. I started writing poetry in 1989. I started doing hip hop in 1994. Did a lot of work with that, where I ended up opening a couple of music studios, both abroad and in Connecticut, worked with some very famous people and loved making music, but the music industry just wasn't a good fit for me. You know, a lot of politics and a lot of compromise. So spoken word just kind of became a safe haven for me, if you will. And I still do music on the side a little bit here and there, but spoken word has definitely been my home.
Ethically and environmentally, I didn't see so much at stake.
Mr. Cole's initial exposure to a vegan diet arose when his father sadly passed away from colon cancer in 1996, leading him to question the cause and how to avoid this becoming his own fate.
I was probably first exposed in 97, and then I ended up converting to plant-based by 2000 after reading the book Back to Eden by Jethro Kloss. It was a very powerful book that really inspired a plant-based journey for me. And then in 2015, I met some animal rights activists that really got on me about still, using animal products, but not eating animals. And I couldn't argue with them. They were absolutely right. There was some hypocrisy that I had to own up to. And so I made the full commitment in 2015.
After fully committing to veganism, Mr. Cole used his talent for poetry to become a voice for the animal people. His poem, Dissonant Cognition, explains how people allow their minds to ignore the horrible truth behind eating our animal people friends. Let's hear excerpts from this impactful poem.
People do not like it when I question their beliefs. Especially when that question has to do with the consumption of meat. They want to tell me to mind my own business, to not even speak, to keep it to myself and allow them to eat. I want to clarify some things before I explain my position and break down this concept of dissonant cognition. It seems justified by taste until the 2,000 gallons of water you waste for 1 pound of beef is all gone, and then it's too late. So why wait?
As a poet, musician, and producer, Mr. Cole believes poetry can bring resonance to the public regarding veganism and effectively advocate for animal people rights.
I think every individual has to find their voice. And I think art is just a great tool to tap into that voice. But it's not necessarily the only one. I think it's just the one that, for me, I feel crosses multiple cultures most easily and breaks down barriers most easily because people enjoy art, especially when it's well done. I can say for certain that I've impacted and created vegans from my work. I know one girl in particular, I performed at a school and she was 15. And after hearing my poem, she went home and converted her whole family as well as her grandparents to veganism. And it was just, when she told me that story, it almost brought a tear to my eye.
Vegan, 'cause the world is at stake.
Warm-hearted viewers, let's pause for a moment to thank heaven for providing delicious vegan alternatives for us to enjoy. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television. Welcome back, wondrous viewers, as we continue with our show, My Vegan Journey, contemporary poetry by author and hip-hop artist Abioseh Joseph Cole, vegan. Over the years, Mr. Cole has observed that lack of awareness and attachment to one's cultural habits remain the biggest obstacles to veganism.
I think people are just so used to being in their way, doing things their own way. And when you challenge that, change is always going to be hard, especially when you're talking about something that goes across all aspects of socialization. The biggest challenge is just being able to tap into the societal aspect of human nature and really shift that piece, and let people know that it's not okay to kill animals to have a good time or to look fashionable or to whatever it is that you want to do. It's not okay to kill animals.
Mr. Cole offers advice to those considering a plant-based lifestyle, commenting on their nutritional intake and on replicating known flavors.
I would say start with substitutes. I think there are some great ones out there. If you really want to be vegan, there really is no excuse for you not being vegan. There's just so many things that taste exactly like what you're used to tasting. It's just a matter of you being willing to step out of your comfort zone.
Mr. Cole is convinced that stopping all killing and removing all animal-people products from our lives remains the most effective way to alleviate the climate crisis. With that mindset, he published I Am Not Food. This book invites parents and children to develop greater awareness of the sentience of animal people and of our power through food choices to halt global warming and create a peaceful world.
The number one thing that we can do to make a huge impact, not just on the ecological environment, but on the social environment, on the political environment, on the economic environment. Like when it comes to making an impact on the environment, not killing would be number one.
As the vegan movement continues to grow exponentially, Mr. Cole believes this is an inevitable part of our evolution.
I think it's a part of our evolution. It's a part of our growth. As we become more adept at surviving on this planet, we start to realize that it isn't necessary to kill anything in order to do that. We can sustain ourselves without killing. And I think that awareness is starting to become more apparent and more normalized in today's society.
Mr. Cole reminds us never to stop sharing our passion for the vegan world.
I just want to say, fight the good fight. Keep learning about ethics and growing and communicate your innermost feelings with the people around you by any means necessary, particularly when it comes to the ethical treatment of each other, animals, humans alike.
In closing, Mr. Cole shares his version of the world he dreams of.
The world that I dream of is one of mutual respect and honor for not just each other, but our planet itself, recognizing that it's a living entity and not some rock floating in space, and that because of that, we're all together, and we need to honor that commitment to each other.
We will end our show today with an excerpt from Mr. Cole's poem, The Perfect Word.
The perfect word can't be spoken. It's most easily shown by the life that you live. When the perfect word is known, but only as its reflection, you can never know perfection. But keep your mind focused, move in the right direction. The perfect word is love.
One of my main interests has been in bringing the animal liberation and the environmental movements together. The data is overwhelming that animal agriculture is a major environmental problem. Dr. Marty Keel, PhD, vegan.
Generous viewers, thank you for your presence today. Coming up next is Pray for World Liberation, Part 3 of 5, on Between Master and Disciples, right after noteworthy news. May the vegan diet bring you eternal peace and everlasting joy in heaven's grace.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds, hell not reach.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/VEG.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/VEG.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/VEG。
番組は多言語放送です。放送予定は suprememastertv.com/schedule そして suprememastertv.com/VEG